This video contains subject matter that may be offensive to some viewers. Discretion is advised. The content is purely the opinion of Daryl L. Gray and the OMC, Original Man Concepts brand. The ideas and statements expressed in the video should be considered mere opinions and editorial in nature. Any resemblance to individuals' real-life experiences or circumstances is purely coincidental.
All praises to the Most High God Yahweh, and we do so in the name of Bahashem, Hamashiach Yahawashi. I'm back again, doing this thing I like to do. Today's the cut of the week. We're going to do a cut of the week, and this week it's going to be Guerilla Hebrew again from the SICARRI camp. It takes a lot of skill and it takes a lot of patience to deal with Jake sometimes out there on the streets, because those brothers always have to like entertain nonsense all the time. And what I've also noticed, what I've always noticed about the brothers when they're out there doing their street teaching is we get more pushback from our own people than we do from the dominant society or any other nation that comes to step before the prophets. And it's because they have no respect. They have no respect. The biggest thing wrong with our people is that we follow so many vain philosophies out here. We follow so many different types of religions and belief systems, and there's two of them out there that are very prevalent amongst our people. It's the Kemetic, the Egyptian, the Egyptology brothers, and then there's also Islam, the Islamic brothers, the 5%ers, Fruit of Islam, all of these people, you know, because they've been told that, of course, or they've learned from some of their elders that the Bible is the white man's book. That's their biggest go-to. The Bible is the white man's book. So they, you know, a lot of us have veered off into Islamic teachings, not understanding that those Arabs over there don't like us. They don't see us. They will never see us as part of what they do. The Bible doesn't support the fact that those Ishmaelites are part of the chosen group of people. So that's a non-starter for a lot of us that know the Bible. The Bible is not the white man's book. The Bible has been manipulated by the white men because they understand the power of it. Understand the dominant society doesn't care if you believe in the Kemetic or believe you're an Egyptian or whatever that is. They don't care that you believe that. They would rather you believe that you're one of them. You know, we were kings in Egypt. They don't care about that because they know there ain't no power in that. They don't care if you're Islam. You know, as a matter of fact, they would prefer that you be Islam so that they can oppress you even more based on what those wild men over there in Islamic countries do. You know, they would rather you strap a bomb to your back and blow up a school, right? That's what they want. So they have no care in the world that you call yourself Islam or a follower of Allah or Muhammad. There's no power in that. They do care. They absolutely care when we learn the history of the Bible and say we are the true Israelites, because they know that. They know that there's power in that. They know that there's a real God in that. That's why they don't like for us to say anything bad about those people over there in the country now, because they want to still hold them up. So it keeps us thinking that we're lower than that, because they understand there's power in the Old and New Testament. They understand it. That's why they call foul anytime we try to take hold of our own history and our own book as it pertains to the scriptures. That's why they're so adamant about teaching you white Jesus. That's why they're so adamant about teaching you what? Lawlessness. They want to keep you in sin. That's why they continuously try to say that God loves everybody, right? So that they can manufacture their own salvation. What the Bible does, and what they will never let you know, or never want you to know, and never teach you, honestly, is that that book belongs to us, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the diaspora across the planet, descendants of, you know, the lost tribes of Israel. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to learn it the right way. Another group of people are the Kemetic people that will stand up, and you're about to watch a video about it here in a second, that will stand up and talk about the Book of the Dead and a bunch of pharaohs who had us in captivity as well, and try to adhere to that nonsense. And that's the problem with Jake. We will, like I said, adhere to any philosophy out there other than what the Bible says. And another part of that is they don't want to adhere to what the law, statutes, and commandments tell you to do because they want to stay in their sin. They want to stay lawless. Islam, you have some disciplines in there and some moral codes that are good, but they only stole that from the Bible, right? But for the most part, they have some dietary laws, moral laws, but they really aren't adhering to the totality of the commandments. There's really not a whole lot of discipline, especially with the American, Muslims, because they kind of do whatever they want to do. Smoke weed, take drugs, drink a whole lot. Some of them womanize and still call out to Allah. And I would challenge anybody who says they're in the Islamic faith. My brothers, I got friends that are in the Islamic faith. I would love for them to tell me, are they praying 5 times a day? Are they really not eating pork? Are they really, doing the Hajj? You know what I'm saying? Are they really doing all these things? Because a lot of the dudes I know that are following that religion, quite honestly, are living in sin. Straight up, based on what the scriptures say. None of these offshoots, none of these vain philosophies have the discipline that the Bible requires of us. And so that's why they follow it. This Kemetic community, I don't even know what are your behavioral right and left limits. I don't really even think they have them. So you're going to watch this video, this cut of the week. I've talked too long. Let's get into it. This is our brother Alazar, Chief Priest Alazar, and he's gonna break this brother down. And I'll interject and give my copy on it as we go. Here we go.
Does the Book of the Dead consist of?
What is it, 12?
So the way that Alazar is doing his videos now, he gives you 10 to 15 minutes of street teaching, and then you go to his site to watch the full version. So you're going to see some where you can go. I think it's GuerillaTV.com, and go watch his videos. I would suggest, if you want the longer versions to support the brother, go out there and watch those videos. I may have a subscription aspect to it, which is fine. I think that it's worth the money. So the preface to this is this. Apparently this brother walked up talking about the Book of the Dead. Some pseudo deep brother up here talking about the Book of the Dead, some Kemetic Egyptology nonsense. So let's keep going.
Bro, I ain't even come here to
No, brother.
I ain't come here to
You made a very bold statement.
Yeah.
You made a statement that now you're gonna have to back.
No, it's real. And
So
really,
what
my
does
son
the
was
Book
at
of the Dead consist of, brother?
the Book of Enoch? I ain't come here to
Tell me the truth that you don't know what you're talking
The
about,
other
bro.
side of it, I don't think that wasn't even the beginning of the conversation.
King.
The other side of it, I'm not a public speaker, bro.
Bro, you don't have to be.
Yeah, he says he's not a public speaker, but you decided to come up there in public and profess some nonsense to the Israelites. You're not a public speaker, but you stood your ass out there in public professing some vain philosophy, some doo-doo, thinking you're deep. It's madness, bro.
We're two men. No, but you just let. Hold on. Ray.
Do you hear that? What you want to believe is okay. What I want to believe is okay. That's just the reason why we can never come together. And that sounds real cliche, that we can never come together as a people. That's the reason why. It's because we've we've adhered to this American idea that individuality, believe what you want to believe, do what you want to do, and everything will come together. You know, that's our country. But see, you know that the dominant society doesn't do that. The dominant society gets on code. Believe it or not, white supremacy is a religion to the dominant society. And they know when to drop their pitchforks and drop their plowshares and get on code. We're the only group of people that sit around and have 15 different philosophies on life. You can believe what you want to believe. It's okay to believe. And the dominant society will sell that to us. Right? So he's going to believe in a mummified freaking Egyptian king that took his dogs and cats and horses and shit into the afterlife. And they totally ignore the Bible. But believe what you want to believe, brother. It's okay that we don't believe in the same thing. Because we can't come on code with something that actually has power. It's always got to be some nonsense. Then you shouldn't have come up there. You shouldn't have stepped up there if you wasn't ready to expound on what you believe. Let's go.
Ray. It's not a matter of belief where you made a declaration.
I'm ready to listen.
It's not. You just said the most important, well-documented, complete book, circulated book in all of history was plagiarized from something that you don't even know the contents of.
So I'm gathering what his contention is. His contention is that the Bible came from the Book of the Dead. That's bad. That's crazy talk. What is wrong with us, man? What is wrong with us? He learned that nonsense from he probably learned that from somebody from the dominant society. Whatever, bro.
You cannot say stuff like that. It doesn't matter, brother. Ray, slow down.
He didn't come out for a debate, but he won't shut his goddamn mouth. He didn't come out to argue, but he arguing.
Style is different, bro. Everybody's brain style is different from a teacher.
In order to communicate, though, being a good teacher, bro, you just trying to I'm having a conversation with you. I'm trying to.
He would be a good teacher. Alizar would be a good teacher. He would listen to what he had to say. You don't go to classes in the universities. You don't go to upper echelon scholastic institutions and stand up there and say, teacher, you would be a better teacher if you would just let me talk. They only do it to the Israelites. They only do it to the brothers. If he was up in church with some white folks, he would never sit up there and say, you got to let me speak. You'd be a better preacher if you let me just talk over you. This is the disrespect that we show each other. This is Alizar's form, and he's out there trying to teach and tell him, well, if you be a better teacher, if you just let me talk. That's the nonsense our people adhere to. It's stupid. It's dumb. He would never do that to a white man. He wouldn't do it to anybody else but us.
How about adoption? No, Ray. You just said, I'm asking you to prove what you just tried to teach. I asked you to prove what you did. If I said something asinine out of my mouth, my teacher should come at me aggressively because that BS I just said is unsubstantiatable. I'm just asking you, if the people in the Bible learn from the Book of the Dead, tell me what the Book of the Dead consists of. No. Tell me what it consists of, brother. No. The only thing you should be telling me is what the Book of the Dead consists of. It doesn't matter, bro.
No, he didn't come to debate, but he came to try to tell you about some philosophy that ain't shit. This whole philosophy, this whole venue, this whole event that's going on right here was Alizar's event. You didn't come to debate. But you came to what? Drop a gem? Drop some mathematics? dropped some nonsense. You dropped a piece of shit is what you did. You don't respect the forum. You don't respect our people. You came up there with a vain philosophy. You didn't come to debate. And then when you get pushed back because you came there with some nonsense, now he's being aggressive. Speak smooth things to us, the Bible talks about. That's what Jake wants. Jake wants you want to be able to walk up and say some garbage and nobody jump down your damn throat. Don't come up there to that forum knowing that these people are about the scriptures. You didn't have respect for the forum, which is what we do, and we need to stop it. We need to start treating these prophets, these brothers out on the street, like subject matter experts. They didn't just learn this shit yesterday.
Statement. I'm asking you to back the statement that you made, bro.
I'm not a public speaker now.
And you don't have to be a public speaker. You don't have to be a public speaker to have a conversation, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, you got it.
Compose yourself, brother.
Hey, he's the one of all spiritual life. Hey, he won.
That's what you get for your mouth writing a check that your brain can't cash. Your mouth wrote a check that your brain couldn't cash, brother.
Not even.
Yes.
I didn't come down here for an argument, bro. I can't.
You came down there to say some stupid shit and you got an argument. That's the most narcissistic, stupid mess I've ever seen in my life. You came out into a Israelite forum, bumped your head against the goddamn concrete, and when they get in your ass about it, now it's like, oh, now he's a spiritual of all things spiritual. Don't come to that forum talking about Kemetic spirituality. What he did is total disrespect. And he got challenged on it. And now look at his demeanor. He got challenged on it. It's an effeminate spirit, actually. It's an effeminate spirit on a brother. Argumentative and narcissistic. You take it however you want to take it.
Came out here for a conversation.
Brother.
Open to knowledge.
Brother.
Okay,
and hold on. And
I know I keep stopping it. It wasn't an open forum for you to come in there and have a discussion about philosophies. You came there with a sippy cup. You came there with a sippy cup. And your child, I guess, you weren't prepared to sit down and have a philosophical conversation. You came up there to challenge, and now you're just trying to hide it like you weren't trying to do that because you got chastised. You came there with a sippy cup. This wasn't a forum to express ideas and study. You came there with your little Jamba juice, with your little kiwi strawberry Jamba juice, and got your ass handed to you by the prophets. You got rebuked. And now your effeminate ass wants to take over the conversation because that's how you think you win arguments. You argue like a girl. Now you just want to take over the argument like a girl.
I'm open. Hold on. Bro, why every time I'm talking, you talking, bro?
Because he's a girl.
Very simple. You made a statement. You made one of the most bold statements. Are you, bro? Listen, bro. If you timid, that's your fault, bro.
This thing we're in. Let me say something. I know I keep stopping it, but it's my video. Make your own video if you don't like it. Listen. Let me tell you something about this truth that we're in, and the Bible. Right? This is a full contact sport out here. We are commanded to contend for the faith. I think that's Jude 1 and 3. If I'm wrong, I'll change it on the screen. We are commanded to contend for the faith. Might be Jude 1 and 3 or 1 and 13, 1 and 2. I'll put it on the screen. Right? We don't care about your feelings. Spare not. We don't spare your feelings. You come up there with some nonsense, you're going to get aggressively spoken to. Just like in my threads, when I talk to these people, when I post things and people want to come up there and start with their ad hominems and talking crazy, I'm going to give you that work. This is a full contact sport. This is a serious, serious thing. If somebody were coming up and talking to you about the laws of this land and not to break the laws of this land, you would listen intently to keep your ass out of jail. But you want to come up with folly. You want to approach the brothers with folly. And Al-Azhar is not about that. Al-Azhar is about that business. And so are most of us Israelites out here. You come up there with folly, with your little sippy cups, with your little son with you, with your little narcissistic, effeminate spirit, and you're gonna get the sword, nigga. Straight up. And you can all get it. Let's go.
I'm listening, bro.
That's crazy. It's very simple. You just said the most important book in all of history was plagiarized. I'm asking you to prove it.
That's your opinion, though. That's your opinion.
Okay.
Nigga, that's your opinion.
I mean, this is like
That's your opinion.
50 people right here. That's your opinion amongst 50 people.
What's my opinion?
I mean,
It's your opinion that the Bible was plagiarized from the Book of the Dead. I'm asking you to prove it. That's simple. You're the one who has an opinion. I'm asking you to back your opinion, bro. Go ahead, give it to me. What does the Book of the Dead? No. Tell me what the Book of the Dead consists of.
So look.
Do you know what the Book of the Dead consists of? Yes or no?
If you give me like 2 days.
No. You know what the Book of the Dead consists of?
He wants 2 days. He wants 2 days. This nigga wants 2 days. You should have spent 2 days studying and came there with your ducks in a row before you stepped to these brothers, man. Now you give me 2 days.
Because I don't work like that, man. I don't work like that.
You don't work like that?
Then why did you step?
So let me get it. Hold on, let me get. No,
Then why did you step up there?
Slow down. So this is how you work. You don't know, and you come before people who actually take the time out of their week every. Hold on, bro. If I, hey, Ray, can I talk? Can I talk? I was mid-sentence and here you are talking. Why are you talking while I'm mid-sentence? Why am I talking? Why are you talking when I'm mid-sentence, bro? You don't know anything, clearly. Very simply. So we come out here every week. You see we got books, we got displays, we have all type of things. We've been doing this for years, so we clearly know what we're talking about. You're going to come before, how you operate, how you work, is come before us and say something that you admittedly can't prove. And you made a claim in that conversation. You said the Bible was plagiarized. I asked you to prove it. You still haven't proven it. Now you're telling me you need 2 days to figure out.
I didn't come on a debate, bro. I ain't come on a debate.
So then why did you make such an asinine claim?
You asked me a question about what I think. And I gave you the answer.
You just said something was plagiarized.
You asked me the question.
You said something was plagiarized.
If you come up to anybody and you make what is it? A very strongly worded opinion, a triggering opinion, you have to be prepared to defend that. If I step to these brothers or anybody, if I step to a preacher, pastor, bishop in another church, and I just walk up to them and say something crazy to them, I have to be prepared to stand by it. These drive-bys ain't gonna help you. And then you get in your feelings when you get kicked in the balls. I found that out about a lot of people. They'll jump into my little thread and say something in there, and I break their asses down till they spend 2 hours posting things right at me because they got broke down immediately. If you weren't prepared to do it, then why did you do it? You say something, and it's all about the way you say it too. I'm sure he didn't come up there all humble and, hey, what do you think about this? Do you think? He didn't ask the question. He said something. He declared it.
I need you to stand on the statement that you made.
Okay, I'm standing on it.
Okay, so what does the Book of the Dead consist of?
I'm telling you, based on the knowledge of what I've gotten in my
What
life.
does the Book of the Dead consist of? It's a simple question, bro.
I'm not a public speaker, bro. If you want to give you something to write.
You don't have to be a public speaker, bro. All you have to do is tell me what's in the Book of the Dead.
I mean, if it builds your confidence. confidence, bro, that's okay.
Oh, Lord in Christ.
You're the one with the confidence
Lord in
problem.
Christ.
You're the one that's intimidated because I'm talking.
Lord
You're
in
the
Christ.
one who's been intimidated here. I don't need to build my confidence. My confidence has intimidated yours.
That's right.
The book of the dead consists of spells. There's no spells in the Bible. So now go do your research and don't come back unless something dope hit you, bro. Don't come back unless something dope hit you.
That's how you doing the knowledge. Like, that's how
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I really can't really full on. I ain't coming like, oh, I know everything.
You just disrespected and undermined the whole planet Earth with the BS that just came out of your mouth, bro. You disrespected the intelligence of all of us up here. Peace and blessings to you too, man. And next time, don't ever tell nobody that BS again, bro. Never. Never, ever, ever. Because there's not a shred of evidence or truth in the statement that the Bible comes from the book of the dead just because the book of the dead is older. That's insanity. The book of the dead consists of spells the Bible is not a spell book. It's a book of history, prophecy, wisdom of a certain ethnic group, a culture. It's not what they did in Egypt when they believe in some mystical afterlife where if you come and mummify your cat, when you die and go to the afterlife, your cat is going to be there.
Right.
You cannot demonstrate a parallel or plagiarism. Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm going to stop it right there. Listen, as usual, Chief Priest, Guerilla Hebrew, a.k.a. Alazar, it becomes a real, metaphorically, a homicidal endeavor for anybody who steps to that brother. It doesn't bode well for anybody to come up to him and you're not prepared. I've been watching these brothers for almost 10 years now, full time. And I have never, and will probably never see anybody step to the prophets, especially these leaders of these camps, and befuddle them. What you get a lot of is the Christian psychobabble, the Hotep nonsense, and the Islamic fervor with no real basis for it, with no real scholarship behind it. One of the main things that drew me to this truth is these brothers, they proved it in history, archaeology, biblically, right? And anybody with the skins on the wall, you know, I have degrees, I've written books, but the proper hermeneutics, the proper breakdowns, the proper translations, and also my personal experience dealing with people from other nations trying to teach me about myself, this truth only makes sense. Not only does it make sense, it's paradigm changing. So when you step to these brothers, after you've sat around trying to justify whatever sin you want to continue to stay in, when you step to these brothers, understand you're going to get that work. And it ain't going to be smooth like when you go to the Baptist church or the non-denominational church where they sing corny ass Christian rock songs, right? Or even the hymns and music that we listen to in the Baptist church, which you got to be careful. Jake's got to be careful because that stuff got spirit in it and we love it. And it speaks to something in our spirit, but it's not holy. Right? Got to be careful. You know, you're not going to get smooth talked over here. It's going to be book, chapter, verse, precept upon precept, line upon line. And you probably ain't going to like it. You're probably not going to like the way it comes out. And one thing that I will say about these brothers, man, when they out here cutting people in the streets, they try to be very, very careful and very viable and very approachable when it comes to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Their patience is long on these, on our own people. The only time I ever see them get out of pocket is when you deal with brothers with an effeminate spirit like your boy, or they step disrespectfully. because I guess they're used to doing that to people. They really get down with the other nations, especially Edom. Edom catches one every time I see it, every time they step to him. I've seen some very respectful dialogue between the two. However, when they're dealing with Edomites, but they catch a lot of heck too. So all I'm saying is, bruh, this is another cut. That was a masterful cut, samurai style. You know what I'm saying? Shogun style cuts by SICARRI today. I'll come back up on the net. We'll do another one next week. But until then, I want to give all praises to the Most High God Yahweh, and we do so in the name of Yahawashi. And see you next week.